Welcome to Insights, the Highline's #1 radio interview show. Reporting for new media broadcasters, I'm Justin Pollock. Havre was recently at the center of attention when a radar anomaly caused the airspace directly above Havre, reaching all the way down south to Big Sandy, to be shut down periodically on Saturday evening. This event comes after a Chinese spy balloon was spotted over Billings, Montana. Since the report in Havre, several other objects have been spotted throughout the United States skies. Some have even been shot down. In this insight, Montana Senator Jon Tester shares what he knows about the unidentified flying objects from his briefings with the Department of Defense. So, are there any ideas on what the purpose of these objects are?
The Chinese spy balloon, it was obvious they were trying to collect information with it, and they're in process of recovering all of it and putting it back together and doing some reverse engineering. So more information will come out on that. But there is no doubt this was not a weather balloon. This was a spy balloon for reconnaissance purposes. The other three, there's much more uncertainty because I have not been briefed on what they found. I know there's recovery operations going on as we speak right now, Justin, but I haven't been told what they found. So these may not have even come from China. These could have come from somebody's backyard, truthfully. And so until we find out for sure, everything is speculation at this moment.
Interesting. So with that being said, has anything been ruled out?
No, nothing's been ruled out. Nothing. In fact, if you see the statement that the Department of Defense put out a few days ago, they didn't rule anything out, including, and I don't believe this to be the case, but including it could come from a different world. So they absolutely will not rule anything out until they get evidence to prove what this thing is and where it came from.
So did they ever actually find the object that shut down the airspace over Havre?
They're in process of finding it right now. It's in Lake Huron, and the recovery process is going on right now.
Oh, okay. So can we say for sure that the same object that shut down the airspace over Havre is now the object that's in Lake Huron?
You can't say that for sure. They don't know that for absolute sure. They believe it is, but they don't know it for absolute sure.
Okay, I see. And so now, what was the initial process? How was the object first noticed that then led to the airspace being shut down?
It was picked up on radar, and because of that, they knew the altitude it was flying at, and then they shut down the airspace. I can also tell you that they scrambled some fighters and sent up several planes to take a look at it. It got dark, and quite frankly, that inhibited their ability because these were, as I said, much smaller than the Chinese balloon that came over. And so then they relocated it the next day, and it was over Minnesota when they found it, and then, of course, by the time they shot it down, it was over Wisconsin, and then it drifted into Lake Huron because they can't control, once they shoot it down, they can't control where it's going to go. The winds will dictate that.
This was Insights, the Highline's #1 radio interview show, featuring Montana Senator Jon Tester. And reporting for new media broadcasters, I'm Justin Pollock.